What's going on, everybody? James here, RedoptionAgency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And now that I'm headed out of summer, out of fall, and into the winter, it's time to hold myself accountable once again. I kind of took the summer slash fall off to kind of get my head straight after Vern passed away and, dealing with the holidays with, my dad dying on Christmas. It'll be 2 Christmases ago this Christmas. Yeah, I didn't push myself this summer. I just wanted to mentally take a rest. So now that we're getting back into the winter months, it's time to really start holding myself more accountable, putting goals back into place, and growing the business as best as I can on today's eBay platform. But as I said, I'm going to double down and just keep listing the slow moving type of stuff that I enjoy. I'm being a little pickier. Anything that's, I would normally list for the 420, if there's like 50 of them up, 100 of them up, I'm not listing them anymore. I'm throwing them aside and I'm putting them in lots of 3 for $9.95 and see how that works. I've done like 5 sets of DVDs like that so far, had one sell. Haven't really done too much more on those, I don't believe. I don't think I have. But anyway, so every day I'm writing down how many sold from the day before, and then I'm keeping a log on how many items I list. My rule of thumb used to always be 3 times the number of items I sold. So going into this, I want to at least double on the low end of the items I sold that week to be listed, but I'm going to shoot for 3 times. So the first week I was kind of off on numbers. Getting back into it, wasn't really pushing myself, but I was kind of pushing myself. So for the last week, I sold 272 items, which means I should have listed on the low end 544, but I did not. I listed 481. So pretty close, but not close enough. So I'm going to make sure I hit it harder this week, keeping myself accountable for that. The surprise yesterday was 64 items sold, but 26 of those items was a repeat customer who comes back and buys hats from me. And then I send him to a port in Oregon, and then they go overseas. So he comes in about once a month, and what's great about him is he goes straight to my store, and so it's when he buys, it's not promoted. It's all organic. So those are the type of buyers you really like to have, who just come back into your store and just start buying straight from you without going through any promoted links. So that's awesome. So 272 sold, 481 listed, when I should have had at minimum 544 listed last week. So we're definitely going to make sure we at least hit that low end this week. And so I'm going to just page through some of the stuff I listed, and we're going to go through some of the stuff that sold, since some of it didn't make it on video this week. So if you guys want to see the type of items I sell, see the type of items I list, and all that, plus might be kind of like I've always said with my channel, I love watching older videos like, oh, that person sold that 10 years ago, what would have been worth today, things like that. So I love doing that kind of stuff. So I enjoy just making these videos just to look back on things that I did have, things that I've sold in the past. So some of this stuff was from the vacation we just took. So you probably will recognize some of this stuff in some of the pickup videos. So today, these are the only hats I've listed so far today. We're at 5 p.m. Central Time, so I still got time to list more today. I threw up some of the 45s I picked up on vacation. And then some other stuff from vacation, some clothing. The clothing is a mix of vacation and stuff that had been delisted over the years that as I'm doing my organizing project that I'm finding. And if it's something I think worth relisting, I'll relist it. If not, I throw it in the giveaway, charity giveaway. So today I think it's been mostly clothes listed so far. A couple of those Pigeon Forge Tigers t-shirts I got on vacation, or polos I should say. And a few more pieces of vinyl. I had this stack in drafts and knocked them out. The clothes and the vinyl here I had in drafts, so I just took pictures today of those. That newer stuff, the vinyl and the hats, I've been doing the whole process to get those listed today. I still have 50 pieces of clothing, 49 pieces of clothing in my drafts to take pictures of. So I'll get on that tomorrow. The rest of the day I'm just going to pull new stuff off the shelf to get listed. Today so far I've listed 98 items. Cents. Then we get into yesterday. Jan gave me some Christmas ornaments she wanted me to list. I'm actually starting to enjoy listing those Christmas ornaments. And some more hats yesterday. Yesterday was mostly hats listed. And a few 8-tracks that were picked up at the bins. And put up a few CDs for good measure. And more hats. Let's go into sold. Sold's more exciting. Plus you learn more stuff from the sold. Boom. Alrighty. And since Adrian ships for me on the weekends for the most part, I don't see everything unless I go through this. So I like going through this to give me an idea of what I've sold. We got that Margaritaville. Wouldn't think Jan picked that up at the bins. So I sold for $20. And I want you to keep an eye on one thing too. Look for $9.95 items. The $9.95 items were the items that would have been priced at $4.20 in my store. So I bumped them up to $9.95. And then some of them that's been sitting in my store for a certain amount of years will come in on sale like at $6.97 or whatever. So that's why you got to kind of look at the secondary number there. I'll kind of point them out to you. But I don't feel like the number of items, low dollar items, even though upping the price, I don't feel like the numbers have changed, which is good because it brings my dollar per item up. A bunch of hats, some some denim, I should say. CDs, a Christmas coffee mug, Rudolph vinyl. Oh, I got a hat I'm going to show you. I almost didn't list the hat, and I'm going to show you that even something that I thought, this will never sell, but I'm going to list it anyway, and it ends up selling. And I'll show you why. So here we go. First, $9.95. Now this one did come down on sale because it's been in the store. It's a 40 off, so it's been in the store. I think that's since 2020. They sent me an offer. I'm not sure. I don't remember what the offer was. normally $4 or $5. I haven't been going below $4 on this lower dollar media stuff. So, where before I would go down to $3. So I've kind of even listed or upped my low dollar what I would take on offer. So right here is $9.95, sold for $6.97 instead of $4.20. Here's another one, Whitney Houston, $9.95. I want to turn that. That sounded like one of these songs on that free music I use. Pinged something. It, I guess, matched too closely to an actual song that has rights, so it demonetized the video. So I got to watch that, figure out what song that is. But anyway, Whitney Houston, which this would have been a 420 CD. This cassette was lower, so we have, that's Rainbow. CD, some Harley jeans. Another $9.95. I took an offer on that one also. Even some of my 45s that I marked up. And a DVD. Made Jan happy, one of her Christmas items. A nice jacket sale right there. Another $9.95 item. And again. And again. And again. And again. That one was the one I put up recently. So another one. Like I said, the volume hasn't, even though I'm getting what, $2.70 something cents more when they're on sale like this, the volume hasn't slowed down. Here's another. So I'm very happy with that outcome. Another one here. Jan picked these up at the bins. She loves picking up anything in like wrappers that are sealed, like that, thin and light. When I put them up, I go, I don't know if these are going to sell. And there they go. This was an item that was in my store, had delisted. I remember it was in there for quite a while, never sold. It had delisted. I just put it up yesterday, the day before. I guess it had to be the day before since it sold then. And it sold. I think they sent me an offer for $15. I'm like, okay. Renaissance camera CD. Here's another $9.95. And again. So when you're experimenting with things, don't be afraid to test the waters with your low dollar items, raising them to either put them on sale just to get more out of them, to be able to promote at a higher percentage. Don't be afraid to try different things, because I did not expect the results I'm getting from my $9.95 items. I honestly did not expect it at all. I expected them to just kind of die off as I'm concentrating on, $10 or higher items, if you will. So Jan's Pirate sold. And another $9.95. That cool down puffer jacket. This is probably going to be a non-paying bidder. I think they got one more day before I file it, and they got zero feedback. And then we have my hat guy who came in and bought those 26 hats from me. they go overseas, and I usually give them to them for $5 a piece. Some of them, like this one, I think he paid 7 or 8 for. So some of them, most of them are $5 a piece. But if it's something a little bit special, I make him pay a couple bucks more. But he gets this type of stuff that I go, nobody's going to buy this, or it has to be the right person. He comes in and buys that kind of stuff from me. So you're going to see that here in a minute. Golden State Warriors. And here's the hat that I almost just threw in the giveaway. So this hat was personally made. It's got some kids' pictures on it that their parents or whatever made it, and they wrote on it. And I'm guessing it's going to like a grandpa or something. Yes, and he let us ride the tractor. I can't read what else it says, but our pawpaw is number one. So I started to give it away, and I'm like, I'm going to put it up just to see if it will sell. And he sent me an offer for $5 on it with the other hats. I'm like, okay, it is all yours. And like the Coca-Cola hat, I made him pay more for that. I think he paid $8 for that. But he'll buy these, all service contracting, Cutthroat Anglers, Kennecott, Bass Pro, Central Electric. This one I think I made him pay $6 for. Croft Feed Supply, Georgetown University. So, yeah, Missouri Stairway Lift Corporation, Alaska March of Dimes, Guns and Hoses. So, American Metals. And he'll buy stuff that's been in my store for 5 years also. So, that one and this one. Tell by the background. So yeah, so that was a nice little surprise. It happened in the live. If you watched the live video I did the other day, I was doing the cha-ching dance because the phones just started going off. $9.95. $9.95. $9.95. $9.95. $9.95. $9.95. Are you surprised? Are you as surprised as I am that all these $4.20 items I had in my store for $4.20 are still selling at $7 to $10 a piece? I mean, the Romantics in Heat. How long has that been in my store? How long have I had one in my store? How many times have I sold one for $4? Yet one sells at $9.95. It's a beautiful thing. Another one here, Dragnet. Walking Dead Blu-ray. This thing's sold 3 times and canceled 3 times. I don't think people read that it's broken. Another $9.95. That one's been in the store since more than the 2020 folder does have stuff in it from 4 years, 5 years also. So the 2020 is anything 2020 and older. So there are 4 and 5 and even probably 6-year-old stuff in my 2020 folder, which is now 40% off. Another $9.95. Another $9.95. And another one. So yeah, and another. I'm really happy I made that move. And I'm still just in shock on how well it's doing. Here's another one. I mean, that's why I say experiment. See what works, because you can do something just as shocking as I did. Jan found that over at the bins. Another $9.95. Another, and you see these two sold at the full price when they were in my store for $4. So, Mr. Byrne. Another one here. Another one here. This one's been in my store forever. It's been delisted and listed several times over, because I used to have about 3 or 4 of those. Two more 9.95s. And another. So anyway, you get the point. And another. 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 Play with different things. Even if you don't think it's going to work, something can surprise you. Another one. Another one. So there you are. All right. I think I'm caught up enough. So I gotta get back to drafting and listing. So yes, 272 sold last week, 481 listed. It's time to beat both of those numbers or find a way to. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you all in the next video. Later.